Guys, before this video starts, I got a big surprise. Make sure you stick around to find out at the end of the video. You could say it's a bro surprise. Just stick around, you'll see it. It's at the end. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Yeah, anyway. What's going on, everybody? Bradley Martyn here, and today I am putting you guys through a back routine. As you can see, I went through it. This is the original color of my shirt. Now the color is this. That's also because it's a sauna in this gym. And I always complain like, how come there's no AC in here? Excuse me, sir. Why is there no AC in here?
Because it's too damn hot, dude. And you make this place too complaining.
No, AC though. AC.
AC here?
In here.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll talk to him. So, back routine today. Started with a different variation, like a different grip for the pull downs. Not like a traditional pull down where it's very wide, but we did almost like a hands in because we used a hex bar. So like a bar you guys might use for like curls, right? On a cable. We use a hex bar and it kind of puts your hands in a position instead of being out wide, kind of bring your elbows in a little bit. So find that bar in your gym. What I'm doing as I'm going through this, I'm thinking about slightly arching my back up. So when I'm pulling, I'm not pulling like normally I would with a pull down, with the straight bar with the slight bends on the end. I try and pull straight up and down as much as I can. With this exercise, I'm trying to arch my back up a little bit, and I'm trying to keep my elbows in and pull right here. I'm trying to stay in this position. Think about loosening up the hands and just pulling the elbows straight down, keeping the chest slightly arched up, the whole range of motion. And you guys can see in the video, I'll pause some reps, I'll squeeze a little bit harder. And just to kind of give you guys like a heads up, the reason why I've slowed down on back training is because I have a really bad like nagging injury in my lat, like in my lat minor. And it's painful as shit. It's a sleeping injury. So I gotta change the last sleep. Anyways, I don't wanna bore you guys with that, but that's why I've kind of like changed up my back training a little bit to be a little bit, I hate to say this, but not as awesome, AKA not as heavy, and it's sad. But anyways, so next exercise, we went to the dumbbell pullovers. So, excuse me, the dumbbell rows. Okay, I almost lost my mind for a second because not enough carbs today. But so the dumbbell rows, when I'm doing these guys, I'm thinking about one thing. And for this set in particular, I wasn't worried about so much contracting. I wasn't really focused on like squeezing. I was more so just trying to move the weight. So I was trying to make sure that my back stayed nice and flat all the way throughout the motion. So my back was not, so you guys see in the gym, I'm like, this is an imaginary bench. Do you see the bench? It's imaginary right here. So normally you're on the imaginary bench, okay? Like I'll do it this way, just because we're on that side. So I'm on the imaginary bench. And you'll see guys in the gym and they'll do this. It's a good leg exercise. But as you can tell, I'm on the imaginary bench. Well, almost fell. And I'm like this, and all you want to think about is keeping your back straight. Pulling here. So that's the only thing I'm focusing on, is keeping my back straight. But as far as the movement itself, I'm not concerned with squeezing. I'm just trying to yank the weight up while keeping my back in one spot, okay? So, following the dumbbell rows, all right, we move straight to a pullover. And this is an exercise that I really, really like, just because it's not out of the normal like pulls, horizontal rows and stuff like that. It's just a different kind of movement. And what I'm doing, when I'm thinking about doing this, is just, it's not really about the weight on this, it's about contraction. That's why I'm doing this exercise, focusing on squeezing the muscle. And really for me, it's because I have a hard time feeling like the mind-muscle connection in my back. So it helps when I slow these movements down, and it helps when I contract and I squeeze. And this movement in particular really helps me feel my entire back. So it might help you guys out as well. I'm doing this in a set rep fashion of 4 sets, 15 to 20 reps. I'm just focused on squeezing. So the next exercise is like a different variation of the barbell row. It's like a high row. And Kai actually showed me this. I've seen the exercise before, but when I trained with him in the UK, it was something that like he gave me a different perspective on it, which I appreciate, so shout out Kai. So this one is, I did this kind of like, not so much for a contraction, but for me, I think it feels great on my upper back. So what I'm doing is I'm in like a bent position. I'm not really concerned with keeping my back super arched or super upright. I'm kind of with a little bit of a round, so I look kind of like this. I look kind of like this in it, and it's not a heavy weight, so the weight isn't super heavy for me. This is 135 for me, and it makes it easy for me to be in that rounded position. Again, if you're gonna go heavier and heavier in weight on this exercise, I wouldn't recommend it because you have that arched, that rounded back. get a little bit more comfortable to get the upper back. So what I'm doing throughout the motion is I'm thinking about pulling my elbows almost like forward as I'm rowing. So instead of like most guys are doing the barbell rows, bent rows are doing this, and they're pulling the elbows back. I'm thinking about being in this bent position, and I'm pulling, like my aim is to hit the barbell right above my nipple, okay? So I'm trying to pull the barbell up. All right, not so much pull the barbell back, most rows. So I'm pulling the barbell up, and I'm trying to hit the barbell right above my nipple. So I'm not trying to hit it low. So this one I did more like a rest pause. You guys can see in this video, I didn't just go sets, pause, sets, pause. I did 3 sets, but each set was like a longer set, meaning it was a rest pause set. So each set consisted of me doing kind of as many reps as I can with good enough form before my lower back started to kind of ache, and then I would drop the weight, and then I would go right back into the movement again. So again, it's not about, I'm not doing straight sets, I'm doing rest pause sets. So rest pause, so you guys understand, let's say any exercise you're doing, you'll do it for, let's say 10 sets, or excuse me, you do it for 10 reps, right? Let's say that's your aim each set, and you got 5 sets. And on the 10th, if you can do some more, you'll go, and then you'll pause. You don't go to extreme failure, you pause, but without taking like a minute, 2-minute rest, you go right back into the exercise and kind of almost do like a longer set. Does that make sense? So it's just like pausing without stopping, resting for 2 minutes, and going back to doing another set. So the sets turn into longer sets. So 3 sets turn into maybe like 15 to like 20 reps at that weight. And finally, I finished with, in my opinion, one of the best back exercises. Super basic, just a pull-up. In this one, I did it assisted because of that nagging injury. You guys don't have to do assisted. If you can't get 5 pull-ups, do it assisted. There's nothing wrong with that. So if you have a band or you have an assisted machine, do it assisted. And I would tell you guys, especially for this exercise, focus on using your back to move yourself. Don't worry about pulling up, because a lot of people do pull-ups and they'll pull up with their upper body. They'll pull with their shoulders instead of pulling their elbows down. So a lot of people you'll see they'll do pull-ups and they'll look like this, right? Pull with the shoulders. So think about loosen up your hands, just hold the weight, pull your elbows straight up. And this guys, if you use the assist machines or how I did it with the bands, you'll notice that you'll get a much better contraction in your back and get a better mind muscle connection. And again, for me, that's something I really need to work on and also get over this injury at the same time. So I hope you guys like that video. If you want to see more routines like this, give it a big thumbs up. Like all my shit on Instagram, like all my shit, I'm just kidding. What? Did you?
Don't we have a video coming out Friday?
Oh. So, Friday, guys, this is like a momentous occasion. I hope that actually you stay for this whole video to hear the surprise. But me and Pro Science himself, Don Mazzetti, are doing a leg routine. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. I want to bet we're gonna be doing a leg routine. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be so crazy. The hardest leg routine you've ever seen. So make sure you guys check it out. It's coming Friday. Subscribe so you know you get it right away. Like this video. Like all my other shit. And I'll see you guys soon. I appreciate you. Every day is arm day. You already know. If you wanna get a shirt, link in the description below. If not, don't get a shirt, right? So if you don't want it, you don't get a shirt. Just get a shirt. Anyways, we got a guest? No, you're good, man. You're good. What's your name?
Scott.
Brad, man. Good to meet you. Yeah, I just put you on YouTube. Say what's up to the internet, bro. Scott, look, Scott's uncomfortable on the camera, I can tell, huh? Are you?
I'm not a camera person.
He's not a camera person. Nadeem is also not a camera person. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Well.
Yeah. All right, so, and get Nadeem in there too, because you don't want to be in there. All right, cool. Anyways, I'm out.